Shit like that. Yeah, he looked a little moist. He did look a little moist, Kumo Keem. I'm not gonna lie.
What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Today's video is going to be Lord Jamar's take on Kevin Samuels' content and the gay accusations. All right, before I get into the video though, gotta do the YouTube stuff. The goal is 50,000 subscribers by June. It's a crazy goal. It's a big goal, but it's my goal. All right, the only way I'm gonna get to my goal is if you give me the HBO special. Do you know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special. All right, so go and help a brother out. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm gonna give y'all a second to do that. All right, now let's get to the video. Lord Jamar's take on Kevin Samuels' content. Let's see what he's talking about.
He's saying to a lot of women, you know, you're overlooking the average man to try to get this type of man, but what makes you so goddamn special? Basically, like that's what I get from it. Like that's what the fuck he's saying. Like, what the fuck make you think you even deserve this?
So like, kind of like you're harming yourself by eliminating potential mates out of the pool because of your high expectations, and you're not even there yet.
Well, I guess he's saying that some of these women have unrealistic expectations, and yes, they're overlooking people in their financial bracket and just in more of their lane, basically. I guess he's saying like you're going out of your lane, basically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's saying, yes, you're delusional, ma'am. Like, I think he's saying that to them. Like,
and even more so, I want y'all to look at it like this. At what point in our culture, especially for women in particular, did it become so important to have abundance? You know what I mean? Like, there's always been the idea that things will bring you happiness, all right? And we know that this has been debunked, and I'm not saying that don't go out there and get no money or whatever, because money, that's just not true, all right? I do believe that a certain level of money is going to bring you more happiness. I'm not here to sell you that little dream, all right? But what I'm saying is people are happy with 60, people historically speaking have been happy with 60K, all right? Women, you don't need a man that makes $120,000 to live a happy life is what he's kind of going after, all right? Because there are so many women that are pushing aside these men who are plumbers, electricians, because, I don't want no man who a plumber, he electrician, because he ain't good enough for me because I have a degree. So they assume that just because they have this degree, they're going to go out without the necessary skills of being a housewife. They're going to just go out and find a man who makes over $100,000 a year to take care of them, all right? How did you get that degree? All right, because women will go through 4 years, 5 years, 6 years of college, study hard, put on the suit, do the resume, go into $60,000, $100,000 in debt just to get a job. All right, put forth that same effort if you're looking for one of these quote unquote high value men. And a lot of times the women who call onto his show don't even know where to find these men, okay? So they're banking on the idea that they're going to get a high-value man, and what he's basically saying is there's nothing wrong with a 6 dating a 6. That's okay, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. But you thinking that you a 10 because all women are queens and all women are 10s and all these delusional mindsets that are engulfing women today with the overconsumption of social media, I mean, you don't have to have this abundance of things to be happy. It's kind of where he's going. Now, there's some entertainment put in there, and I get it, all right? But what he's saying is you don't have to have this abundance of things to be happy. Also, with that being said, you don't know the sacrifices that it takes for a lot of these rich women or a lot of these women in these positions where they're dating high-value, quote-unquote, men. You don't know what they had to do to get there. All right, so you see Sweetie and you see the Birkin bag, and it seems like it makes sense, but you don't understand how many times her significant other may have cheated on her for her to get that bag. All right, you see the girl that's taking trips to Miami and doing, but you don't see the fact that she's a single mother and her children are being taken care of by a grandmother. So women are being sold on this idea that going after these quote unquote high value, and they're banking on it. So a lot of women will turn 35, and now once you're 35, your chances of marriage has decreased to 30%. I'm not the bad guy. It's just the statistics. It's just the truth of the matter. You don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. When you're 35, your chances of marriage decreases to 30%. and the DMs have dried out. When you was in your 20s, you got to say, oh, I don't want him, he's too short. Oh, I don't want him, he doesn't have enough money. He's too light-skinned, he's too dark-skinned, whatever it may have been. But now that you're 35 and it's all dried up, you go, all men are trash. That's the problem that we have with this. It's the all men are trash part because you decided to give away your 20s chasing men that you're never going to obtain, statistically speaking. All right, let's continue the video.
That's like one of his catchphrases, huh?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I guess he's just trying to break some of the spell of, you know, because, you know, society lies to these women as far as what they should expect and all of this fucking bullshit. Like he'll even go into the math. Like, first of all, there's only but so many men. Like he's like, do you date outside of your race? They're like, well, no, I want a black man. Well, first of all, there's only but so many black men that go around that even make that much money of that you're talking about.
Bingo.
And most of them are fucking probably taken. Like
90% of the women are chasing 10% of the men.
Type of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and most people that make a certain amount of money, he said most men that make a certain amount of money tend to date within their race. You know what I mean? Like they said, the more money you make, the more you want to stick with your own kind of people. I was like, that's kind of deep. So I don't know. When I hear certain arguments like that, I'm like, he's kind of on point. I just feel like maybe it's the way he delivers it. And like I said, I think like in the comments, somebody said he's a Bati man. Like, I don't know if he is or not, but you know, there's certain mannerisms about him that, you know, I think people might see a little, you know, little suspect. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna front. I just saw what appeared to be like an old high school picture of him or some shit like that. And I think he had a jerry curl or some shit like that. And, you know, I think he was on like the cheerleading team or some shit like that. Like like a male cheerleader. I'm not sure. It was some shit like that. Or maybe he was in the band or some shit like that. Some shit like that. Yeah, he looked a little moist. He did look a little moist, Kumo Keem. I'm not gonna lie. He looked a little moist.
All right. I'm just gonna get into this point a little bit here. I don't usually like the junk media, all right? But this is what gets clicks. I'm sure this video, regardless of all my other analysis, is going to do probably one of the best just because it's junk media. People like junk media for the same reason they like junk food. All right, people will choose this over regular analysis for the same reason that they'll choose a bag of Cheetos over carrots. All right, people just love junk. I don't know what it is about it. All right, but this is how women, and this narrative has been put out by women, by the way, the narrative that he is gay. And by the way, being on the cheerleading team does not... Male cheerleaders are some of the most having sexiness men playingest men you've ever seen. All right, I've been on. Trust me, these male cheerleaders. One of the dudes that was on the national rugby team with me, dude named Joe. I'll just keep it there. He was a female cheerleader. All right, one of the most masculine dudes I've ever seen. 6'6", whatever, 6'7", one of the biggest dudes. Super masculine guy. He was a cheerleader, and I mean, he got plenty of chicks doing it, plenty of women doing it. All right, so saying that somebody's a cheerleader, I mean, that don't even matter. All right, but this is what people do, all right? And this is how women display aggression. Men display aggression through physical conflict, okay? And women display aggression through slander, through manipulation. And since they can't go against his facts, because I've yet to hear a person say anything remotely, and trust me, I would like to call myself an intellectual, all right? So with presented new information, if I am presented new information, I will change my opinion on a topic, and I am free to do that, okay? So if someone presents to me information that makes me change my mind, I may change my mind on a lot of these topics, all right, if they present that information. But I'm waiting for people to present that information with Kevin Samuels, and it's nothing. It's just slander. It's just women trying to push this narrative that he's gay because he's talking about a message that they don't want to hear. It's that simple. I mean, and you know, I'm trying to tell y'all, black folks love this kind of stuff. I don't know what it is about black folks that when we feel like somebody doing something good, we got to pull them down with certain little stuff like this. Like, I'm telling you, man, Jesus could come back, and I'm not equating the two. Kevin Samuels he's no Jesus. All right, let's just get that out there. And I'm not the most religious person in the world anyway, but I'm just saying Kevin Samuels is no Jesus. But Jesus could come today and give a good message and tell people what they need to do to get into heaven, to get into pearly gates. And the first thing a black person's gonna say is, "Oh, he got on sandals. Look at his shoes. This and that. He poor. He ain't got no money. This and that." Like, it's always slander. All right, go against his facts if you have an argument. Go against his facts. I'm waiting for someone to bring statistics that come into play, because the statistics I'm seeing is 78% of women are having children. Out in the black community, 78% of children are born out of wedlock. 80% of women are overweight or obese. These are statistics that I'm saying. 65% of African American men have pulled themselves into the middle class or higher since the 1970s. All right, so just present with me the statistics or the facts, and then I'll be able to go with your argument. But I can't get on this whole wave that we can't listen to anything that he says because Kevin Samuels is gay. Like, what are we doing? Like, do you have an argument, or are you just here to talk about what the man took? Are you talking about pictures that he took when he was 15 years old? Like, what are we doing? Let's continue the video.
Yeah, that's my dog snoring in the background. So I think that's why some people have a problem with him, because let's just say he doesn't really deal with women, you know. So now what is this all about? Is this a man who has something against women, who is going up there as if he's giving advice, but really he's got an axe to grind with the sisters?
Like women bashing or something?
Huh? Right. Is that what's going on? I don't know. I don't know him. You know what I mean? Like, right. I don't know him.
That's good. That's a good way to play it.
He said, like I said, he says some things that he makes valid points. I feel like, again, a lot of people have a problem with the way he delivers his message.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Digger said he's the antithesis of Derek Jackson. Wait, I remember Derek Jackson. What the hell? He was giving mad advice, and then he turned out to be fucking with mad broads or some shit, right? Wouldn't that happen?
Where apparently, I guess he's an image consultant and a YouTube sensationalist.
Whoa. Who said? He said black women are universally unattractive. Who said that? Oh. No. Somebody said, I feel like he personally projects onto others, but we all have a truth.
Okay, I'm gonna tackle that a little bit. That's probably be the end of the video. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to the full video if y'all want to continue to watch. But this is just more of the same, and I'll dive into the whole. He thought that when he said black women are universally unattractive. What he was getting at is facial symmetry. Okay, and I did a video about this on my Instagram. Somebody tagged me and they wanted me to explain it. I'm not going to, whatever he says is whatever he says. I can't justify everything that anybody does or whatever it may be. But in this particular case, what he was talking about is facial symmetry. All right. Now, does this come from Eurocentric values? Potentially. All right. But the studies are in and they're showing that people are attracted to people who have faces that are symmetrical. Generally speaking, black folks, black women, and black men are less on that scale of symmetry. Okay, and people know that their faces, their facial construction looks more attractive when it's symmetrical, because women do it like when a certain haircut doesn't look right. All right, that's because you don't like the symmetry of your face with that certain haircut. So you switch the haircut to look a different way, or look. It's all facial symmetry. So I get what he was saying. Now, that's not the hill that I'm going to die on. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's doing 4-hour-long videos. You can't expect everything he say to be what you want. And maybe he should have got more in particular, he should have dove into that a little bit more, or explained or elaborated a little bit more, but he didn't. All right, with that being said, people want, and people would rather have, especially the women, especially women. I don't know what it is about women, but they would rather have somebody say, "Oh, you're a queen." They'd rather have a Derek Jackson. They'd rather have them say, "Oh, you're a queen, you're a this, and that," but their actions don't reflect what they actually say in their videos. All right, Derek Jackson's been selling that narrative for 5 years to women just to make money, and then he went and cheated on his wife multiple times. So you'd rather have that guy. You'd rather listen to that guy than the guy that tells you need to be better. Why? Anytime someone gives you criticism, they're coming. It doesn't matter if a person doesn't like you, okay? Because people are on this narrative that maybe Kevin Samuels doesn't like black women, and I don't understand how you would ever think that, because he doesn't only talk about black women. Maybe Kevin Samuels is gay, he doesn't like women, he has some resentment against women. If anybody gives you criticism and that criticism could be beneficial to your life, it doesn't matter if they like you or not. That's good criticism. If 80% of black women are overweight or obese and someone says, "We have a problem here, 80% of black women are overweight or obese, let's solve this problem," I don't care if he's mad or not. That's a problem that needs to be solved for the betterment of everybody. And even if you're not doing it to attract a man, you should be doing it for your health. Okay, cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of black women in America. Overweight, being obese. So you say a person is against you for bringing up that fact. How do I nicely say you're fat? How do I put that in a nice way? We're getting from this place where we say that intent doesn't matter, okay? Like in terms of I'm not gonna dive into it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the description. Y'all want to go to if y'all want to check out more videos, I'll elaborate more on certain concepts. Give me a like and a subscribe. Till next time.